Imagine a Roman soldier, his lungs burning, desperately scrambling for cover. It's 79 AD, and Vesuvius is painting the sky with death. He finds a cave, gasping for air. As the world turns to gray ash, he inhales, and a strange coldness fills him. His hand, once clutching his sword hilt, hardens. It turns to granite. His jaw locks in a silent scream. In moments, he is no longer a man, but a perfect, terrified statue, frozen for eternity. Now, jump to the present day. Meet Dr. Kira Vance, a volcanologist who plays by her own rules. She's just joined a high-stakes corporate mission, one that most scientists would call insane. The target, Mount Tyrannus, Edormanto Super, Volcano, the goal. To tap its immense geothermal energy. It's a get-rich-quick scheme on a geological scale, and the team is a motley crew. There's Miller, the corporate suit whose eyes gleam with dollar signs. Axel, an extreme sports junkie who sees a volcano as just another half-pipe. And Jin, the quiet geology specialist who trusts his data more than people. Their descent is something out of a sci-fi epic. They rappel 2,000 meters straight down into the volcano's throat, clad in state-of-art magma suits. But at the bottom, they don't find the expected chamber of molten rock. Instead, they find the impossible. A vast subterranean valley. And floating on a sea of shimmering lava is an entire city, built from glistening black obsidian. The city is dead silent. As they explore its alien architecture, they find its inhabitants. Thousands of statues, not just of humans, but of creatures that defy imagination. All of them are frozen in poses of pure, unadulterated terror. It's a city of screams, captured in stone. Axel, ever the daredevil, decides to get a closer look. He sends his drone buzzing towards the face of a petrified man. As it gets close, something impossible happens. The statue's stone pupil dilates. It tracks the drone. Kira's blood runs cold. They aren't statues. They're prisoners. They are alive, conscious, and trapped inside their own bodies. The horror of this discovery is just the beginning. Jin, frustrated by a comes issue, makes a fatal mistake. He removes his helmet for just a second. He takes a single breath of the strange, dusty air. Immediately, he chokes. His skin turns a deathly gray. His joints lock with an audible crack. Before their horrified eyes, Jin doesn't just turn to stony shatters like a fragile ceramic vase. His fresh, living organs spilling onto the obsidian floor. The dust. It's not just, it's a contagion. As if on cue, the real predators of this underworld reveal themselves. From the fiery lake below, figures begin to rise. They are magma wraiths, sentient beings of pure molten rock and rage, their bodies glowing with internal fire. They hunt by heat, and the team's magma suits are lighting them up like beacons. Their only chance is to lower their suit temperatures plunging themselves into a dangerous cold to become invisible to the heat-seeking monsters. They must navigate the silent city, surrounded by the living statues whose petrified eyes follow their every move, all while being hunted by creatures made of lava. Miller, ever the opportunist, isn't just thinking about survival, he's thinking about profit. He believes the source of the volcano's immense energy. The prize his corporation is after must be nearby. He finds it, a colossal, pulsating crystal at the city's heart, the source of all the heat. As he gets closer, he makes a terrifying connection. The ash isn't geological, it's a silicon-based virus. The statues aren't a curse, they're a defense mechanism. The virus creates a protective stone shell around a living host to shield it from the crystal's intense energy. The city isn't a tomb, it's a cocoon. But Miller doesn't see preservation. He sees power. Ignoring Kira's frantic warnings, he fires up a drill and bores directly into the massive crystal. A spiderweb of cracks instantly spreads across its surface. A deep, world-ending groan echoes from the depths of the earth. The volcano is waking up. All hell breaks loose. The crystal's energy containment fails. The obsidian city begins to melt back into the lava lake. The magma wraiths, now in a frenzy, swarm from the depths. It's a chaotic race for the surface. Axel, seeing the wraiths closing in on Kira, makes his final move. He overloads his drone and pilots it straight into the fiery maw of the largest wraith, detonating it in a heroic, suicidal blast that buys the others a few precious seconds. Kira and Miller scramble for the extraction cables, their only way out. As they begin their ascent, the winch sputters and jams. They are dangling over a sea of fire. Just then, a piece of the crumbling cavern ceiling smashes against Miller, breaching his magma suit. The deadly ash spores pour in. He screams as the stone sickness takes him. Kira, don't let me stay here. Don't let me be one of them, he begs, his voice cracking as his skin turns to gray stone. Kira looks into his eyes, already hardening into granite, and sees the pleading, conscious terror within. She is faced with an unthinkable choice. Let him become a living statue, trapped for eternity, or... She pulls out her knife and cuts the line. Miller, a half-petrified man, plummets into the lava and vaporizes on impact. Kira's winch kicks back in. She rockets towards the surface, just as Mount Aranis erupts. In a cataclysmic explosion, the shockwave blasts are clear. A lone survivor thrown from the jaws of hell. The final scene is quiet. Clinical Kira sits in a sterile quarantine room. A doctor stands beside her, his face grim, holding up an X-ray. It's her lungs, and inside, scattered like tiny, deadly stars, are perfect crystalline structures, already beginning to form. Kira takes a slow, deep breath, and in the silence of the room, there's a faint, unmistakable sound. The sound of cracking stone. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more mind-bending tales.